Well, one of the reasons the Conservatives are doing so badly in the polls is, of course, the boats crossing the English Channel and their seeming total failure to deal with it at all. Ever since Rwanda was first promised, we've spent hundreds of millions of pounds. We've not sent a single person there. We've had problems with the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg. And we've got a Conservative Party that is incredibly split. And yet, I wonder, with this vote tomorrow night and with these competing wings in the Conservative Party, and, some Tory MPs think we should be sending everyone that crosses the English Channel to Rwanda. Some don't think we should be sending any at all. But I wonder, whatever shape this legislation goes through, whether actually it's going to get through the British courts. I'm joined down the line by immigration lawyer Ivon Sampson. Ivon, this is a highly contentious issue within the Conservative Party. Do we have any idea at the moment, with amendments that are being put down, what shape this bill is going to take over the next few days?
Yes, no, I think we have an idea of what the government's proposing, because I feel sorry for Rishi Sunak because he's caught between a rock and a hard place. Because although the legislation says declaring Rwanda to be safe, and you'll remember back in December, the Supreme Court didn't accept assurances both by the government and by the UK government and Rwanda government that it was safe. They wouldn't accept that. And they didn't accept that those being sent to Rwanda would not face being sent back to a country where they may face persecution. So what the governments have to do is say, well, OK, we'll declare it safe, give it a statutory footing and declare it safe by an act of parliament. Now, what's going to happen when it gets back to the court? Will the courts accept that? That's the first problem. The other problem is that they may declare it safe generally, but you can't possibly declare it safe if there are exceptional circumstances of individuals. And that's the issue that the government's in loggerhead with the Tory rights, because each individual can can actually resist being deported because his or her exceptional circumstances, compelling circumstances. I'll give you an example. You can say, well, I've got a mental health issue, so I can't be sent back to Rwanda. Now, the government has raised the evidential burden so high, they require evidence by way of a doctor's report, medical report. Now, the government in the bill have also said they've got a caveat that a minister can overrule any interim injunctions by Strasbourg. And you remember before the flights took off last time, Strasbourg issued an injunction stopping them on human rights grounds.
Yeah.
So although the minister can overrule the interim injunctions, they have to have a good reason for doing that. And if there's compelling evidence to say these people shouldn't be sent, then you can have judicial review applications of that decision. So we're going to go round and around, I'm afraid, back to the court, and ultimately the Supreme Court will have its say. When that will happen, I doubt it. It will be before the next general election.
Right, so basically what you're saying in terms of time frame, they're not going to get this through before the next election. So it's a huge internal row within the Conservative Party, but it's actually going to have no effect, in your opinion.
Yeah, it's not going to work because it's not compatible with the individual's right to resist deportation on exceptional but compelling grounds, on human rights grounds. So you can't possibly have a law which has a blanket rule saying everyone has to get sent back. Look, I'm in Dubai, and in Dubai, if you commit a crime, they put you on the next plane back to your country. That's what they do. There are no appeal courts. There's no, you haven't. If you commit a crime in Dubai, you are removed forthwith. In the UK, we have human rights laws which prevent that because everyone has a right to private and family life. So I'm afraid they've got to comply with that. While we're in the European Convention and while Strasbourg, we're under the remit of the jurisdiction of Strasbourg has a direct effect on us, I'm afraid we have to comply with it.
Yep, no, I understand that. Ivon Sampson, thank you very much indeed for the frankness of your opinions. And Ivon is right. He's right. Whatever you may think at home about this, all the while we are signed up to the European Convention on Human Rights, we will not be able to deport people to Rwanda. It is just as simple as that. And yet, the government, the opposition, completely refuse to face up to that.